We are live. We are live. What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your man Corey Williams here on another Wednesday night of CONVO with CINO Live. I got my man, my co-host, my program enhancement coordinator in the building as always, my man 22. What's up, my brother?
What's up with you, my brother? What's going on?
Man, everything, man. Everything. And the rent. You know.
I see you over there looking spiffy in that combo with CINO hoodie, man.
Man, you know I had to come represent for the ladies tonight, man. You know, it's ladies. It's we got a lady in the building tonight, man. You know. So I had to throw on the pink, man. My Cameron pink, man. My Cam pink. Dip set.
All I'm gonna say is let me get my popcorn.
yeah. Get your popcorn, Mace.
Let me get my popcorn.
Yeah, man. Get your popcorn out. Hey, what I need y'all to do, like and subscribe, share this video. Let me make sure it's streaming on all platforms correctly. We on Facebook Live, we on YouTube, we on LinkedIn, and we got a special guest tonight, y'all. Y'all been seeing her, and as 22 said, it's not Faith Evans.
It's not Faith Evans. She looks like a young Faith Evans, but it's not Faith Evans.
She laughing in the background, y'all. She laughing at us. Yeah, I didn't even realize that till you said. I'm like, she look like Faith. She do look like Faith Evans.
Yes, I kept looking at her face like she looked real familiar. And I was like, dang, this young Faith Evans. This who this is? Like, that's crazy. They say everybody got a doppelganger.
Yeah. A who?
A doppelganger. So a doppelganger is. I
was going along with you for a minute, but I'm like, it's so much Diddy stuff going on. I ain't know. I was gonna say like, no Diddy, man, no Diddy.
Doppelganger. That's the term they use for the person. They always say it's someone in the world that looks like you, and it's called a doppelganger.
Say that a doppelganger.
Yeah, no Diddy.
Doppelganger. Okay. See, that's why I like to have smart people around me yourself, man. You know, y'all make me look good, man. Smart people. Yeah, man. So, how was your week, man? I know you said you got a lot going on.
Man, my week is great, brother. Every week is great. Every week is great, man. There's nothing but motion going on week after week after week after week, man. I told you, I learned from my brother. I learned from you, man. You got me out here moving and grooving, shooting with the shakers.
Iron sharpens iron, my brother. That's all I can say. Iron sharpens iron, man. And a lot of show for y'all tonight, man. We got a guest, Jerrica Nicole. She's gonna be joining us here shortly. We got, a lot going on from the Diddy documentary, 50 Cent, the government, the Donald Trump. You know, we're going to get into all of that, man, tonight with our guests. And we're going to get to know Miss Jerrica Nicole, man. She's a very interesting young lady, and looking forward to having her on. So, 22, I'm going to turn it over to you so you can do what you do.
All right, man. You know, I got you. Let me stop the music, y'all. Got to stop the music. So, every night before we start CONVO with CINO, we have to give this disclaimer.
I thought you was finna pray, man.
The views and opinions expressed during CONVO with CINO Live are those of the hosts, guests, and contributors, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of CONVO with CINO, its affiliates, or Program Enhancement Coordinator 22. Viewer discretion is advised. This show is intended for informational and conversational purposes only. Because sometimes it do get a little controversial on here, bro.
Yeah. But you know, that's what sells, man. We probably need to get a little bit more controversial.
Hey, we don't want to be mucky like everybody else, man. We don't follow the lead. We set the pace.
No, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. Last show, man. Shout out to Dwight Looney, man. Last show was great. Financial education, financial literacy, credit, money, all of that. Great show. Numbers doing well on that. Remember, guys, like and subscribe. share this video. Share this video because we
Hey,
got. What's up?
hey, right, my fault, man. You know what? I apologize because y'all really need to like, subscribe, and share this video. Because guess what?
Ha you gonna do that? Huh? You gonna do that? Huh? Hold on, let
Right.
me do it. Hold on, man. You know what I gotta do? Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
are there. We are there. 500 subscribers. Combo with CINO would like to thank you. CINO, thank the people.
Hey, man. Much love. YouTube is hard. YouTube ain't no joke to, right? I'm maxed out on Facebook and about close to thousands of people on Instagram and all this, but YouTube, y'all don't be wanting to hit that subscribe button. We got 60,000 views plus 60 almost 65,000 views and barely got 500 viewers, subscribers. But I thank you guys for the 500. I was crunching. Last had a boost last week with the credit show, and so I was like, man, we close, man. We so close. So I just started hitting people up. So yeah, you might have got an inbox from me to like and subscribe to Convo with CINO. You might got a personal inbox from me. So shout out to everybody that liked and subscribed, man. But look, man, we're gonna get into our guest. We are not gonna hold her too long. Hopefully, she can stick around with us, a little while. But this is a young lady. I haven't even met her yet. This is when I actually put out the post. Do you want to be a guest on Convo with CINO? And she was recommended. And she reached out. She did everything we needed her to do, and so now she is here with us to share her story. And as I got into her story, and I shared it with you, 22.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm about to
she's
say, let me tell the people a little bit about her.
yeah.
She has been a cosmetologist for over 20 years, a photographer plus digital artistry for 15 plus years. She's owned 2 cafes, ice cream shops, catering in Anderson and Muncie. She is co-owner of Project Grocery. She teaches Civil Air Patrol, part-time from home economic, professional organization, and declutter business. She does fashion design. She's an artist and an illustrator. She titles herself as a serial entrepreneur. I'd rather have a serial entrepreneur than a serial killer.
Let's bring her on, man. Welcome to the show, Miss Jerrica. What's up, Nicole? What's up?
Oh, we can't hear you.
Can we hear you? Yeah. Oh no. Unmute. Unmute if you can. We hear this. No. Turn your volume up. I kind of hear an echo a little bit too.
I can hear her. She is real, real low.
Mic check. Mic check. Can you hear? No, you okay? You got the mic off. Okay. I hear you, but it's really, really low, and I hear like an echo. Can you turn your volume up? Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Rock that bass. No, we can't.
You turn to the over there.
We can't hear you.
Okay, look, we'll do this right. We'll do this right here. We're gonna jump into our first topic. We'll have you slide out and slide back in. We'll add you in, see if it fixes our problem for us because we heard you early when you got on.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we're gonna get back to Miss Jerrica Nicole, and we're gonna get into some of these CINO topics tonight.
Okay. We'll get in this topic. We'll get in this one right here for right now. So, I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So Netflix buys Warner Brothers in an $82.7 billion power move. Hey, that didn't say thousands, hundred thousands, million. No, that says billion. 82.7 billion, bro.
Man, they about to buy a huge catalog. That's what's gonna happen. But I think it's Paramount is stepping in and trying to offer another bid because they're saying like they don't want Netflix to be like a monopoly.
Monopoly, yeah. So the statement that Netflix put out, I'll read a small portion of it. December
go ahead.
5th, 2025, Netflix Incorporated and Warner Brothers Discovery Incorporated announced they have entered into a definitive agreement under which Netflix will acquire Warner Brothers, including its film and television studios, HBO Max and HBO. The cash and stock transaction is valued at $27.75 per Warner Brothers share, subject to a collar as detailed below, with a total enterprise value of approximately $82.7 billion. The transaction is expected to close after the previously announced separation of Warner Brothers' global network division, Discovery Global, into a new publicly traded company.
You know what? You know what's funny to me is that you look at Netflix. When I think of Netflix, I think of Blockbuster, right? Yeah. Blockbuster was, and then I even think about Redbox.
Yeah.
Right. So you had Blockbuster, which was the dominating source for renting movies. Then here comes Netflix and Redbox. They're like young kids, they don't even know what Blockbuster is.
I have no idea.
They don't even know what Blockbuster is. They don't remember you had to go to the store, get out your car, go rent a movie. Hopefully it's there.
Hopefully.
Walk through aisles and aisles of movies. Rent the movie, go home, watch it. On VCR, you had to make sure you rewind it back before you turn it in, or they're going to charge you extra for rewinding.
Hey, because the worst part was taking the movie back. That was the worst part.
The worst part. That movie, you forget about the movie. It just fell in between your seat, under the car. And then now you got a late fee.
Right. That was the worst part. But on Netflix, we have, man, I watch a lot of Netflix and stuff like that. Everybody does a lot of streaming nowadays. Even my regular TV, it's streaming TV. So yeah. I think that was very smart on Netflix behalf, because if you actually are someone who watches Netflix on regular, new stuff really isn't on there a lot anymore.
No.
At one point in time, it was popping. There was a lot of new stuff, new this, new that. But it's like the same stuff has been on Netflix for the past year, 2 years or something like that.
But remember, when Netflix first came out, it was garbage movies on there. Like it was horrible. Like it was nothing but C-rated, B-rated movies on there. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff you never had heard of.
Stuff you never heard of. Hey man, look.
But you was happy because you had just had access, because you had access like you never had before to these movies. You know what I'm saying? Because how long Netflix been out?
I couldn't even tell you how long.
Look it up. Let me hold on. I'm interested now. I'm curious.
See, now you about to show how you about to make yourself feel old. Like, dang, Netflix been out there.
I know, man. I know. I'm already trying to get used to saying I'm 50.
Netflix has been around since 1997, August 29th, 1997.
97.
Oh, Netflix 28 years old.
So here's the point of that too, because like we said, the evolution of Netflix, the evolution and the revolution of Netflix has now put them in a position to buy one of the movie studios, in the world.
Yeah. Ain't
that crazy? So that just show you, man, I don't care how long it take you. Stay focused. Whatever you're doing out there, I don't care what type of business you got, what you got going on. It took them 28 years to get to this point. Now they finna buy, almost finna have a monopoly on the. And then they're steady branching out into other things, sports. They going live streaming now. We watching fights on Netflix now.
Hey, look, you want to know what else we watching on Netflix?
Oh, hold on, no, don't go there yet. Hold on, no, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. You are. I was going.
Not yet. Not yet. Please, not yet.
Hey, I just want. Okay, before we get to it,
let's see if we get our guest on, man.
Before we get to it, I just want to ask you: did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, yeah, don't say nothing else.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, it looked like
I wanna see what our guests think about this too.
It looked like she might.
So are you ready? You think you ready? Let me see if she ready. Let me do a sound check. Hold on.
Smell the face back there.
Say so. Nope. Wait.
Oh, I just heard her laugh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you.
Okay, great.
All right. We hear you now. So welcome to CONVO with CINO. How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
All right. So Jerrica Nicole, is that the correct pronunciation of your name?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I don't want to be chopping up your name. So
as long as you don't call me Jerrica or Jerrica, we're great.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure you've heard many variations of it, right?
I do, or they'll try to chop it up. It'll be Jerry. I don't want none of that.
Yeah.
Like you by her name. Call me by my name.
So first of all, how did you get here on CONVO with CINO? I just want to know, because I a lot of people reach out and then you sent me all your info, and I know you probably have some association with the Queen Vibes. Right?
Yes. So I am in the group Queen Vibes. I have not personally been able to connect with the ladies, but I'm really excited about what Reed Dickerson and all the ladies are doing. It's amazing to see them connect and get together outside of family life. So yeah, she's a great person, and she's probably watching this right now. She's been.
I know she is. Yeah, she's been sharing and liking and love. That's what I thought, man. So shout out to Reed and Queen Vibe Nation, and of course King Vibe Nation, because we got the vice president of King Vibe Nation of Indianapolis on here too. My man 22. What's up? Say what's up to Faith. Jerrica.
Jerrica.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. So Jerrica, so tell us a little bit about yourself. I know we introduced you, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
So as you stated in the beginning, I consider myself a serial entrepreneur, but I also consider myself ADHD of entrepreneurship, just because I'm never satisfied doing the same thing or limiting my learning. So whatever I can get my hands on and learn, I always take the time to do that. I just feel like if you have the gifts and the ability to do something, you should continue to pursue different things. I'm never going to be one thing. I know people spend their whole life dreaming of being doctors and firefighters, things like that, but I was never that kid. I've always been a creative, and I've always had ideas, and I felt like if I couldn't get those out, I was not satisfied.
I wonder, you said something that struck me, the ADHD thing with entrepreneurship. I think there's a correlation between the two with a lot of, what do you think, 22? You think there's like a correlation between entrepreneurship and ADHD?
I can see that, because I would have to say, in being a leader, you have to have some type of ADHD, because as things are going on, you have to be able to see those places where you need to expand on things. You also have to be able to see those places where you need to delegate things. You're handling multiple things at one time. So you are purposely, even if you didn't have it naturally, you're purposely spreading yourself.
Yeah, and some people look at it as a bad thing, but I just looked at it as a different way of learning. And I, used it to my ability instead of, letting it be a downfall or something that people just pinned on me. But I am definitely aware of that, not being able to sit still or focus on one task because I have 10 other tasks that I need to complete. So I catch myself in different rooms all the time and be like, Jerrica, you're not supposed to be working on that. So that's why I say that, because sometimes it makes you feel like you're all over the place, but really I use it to my benefit, and it allows me to be who I actually am.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question
about drive. I think entrepreneurs, we're never really satisfied. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, a Bill Gates or even a 50 Cent or a Diddy. We talked about the Diddy. When you look at people like that, they're never really satisfied. Always want more, always looking for, perfection, things like that. So, in the title, it says, entrepreneur, and I put overcomer.
Yes.
Tell us about some of the overcoming experiences that you maybe have faced that you don't mind sharing.
So my mother was 15 when she had me, and I'm sure she's on here watching tonight as well.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mama.
Say hi to Mom. Say hi, Mom.
So she was 15 when she had me, and at that time, some family things were going on, and we actually ended up in foster care together. But at the time, the person that had me was a judge, so they spent a lot of time fighting to keep me, and my mom had to jump through hoops to get me back. So I know it's teen pregnancy and a lot of people look down on that, but I'm very proud of my mom for stepping up to the plate. When you're just a kid, she knew that she wanted me back, and she wasn't going to let someone take me just because they had this power. So I'm just really proud of that story, and her fighting to get me back. It took her 5 years. I didn't get back to my mom until she was about 20. So I grew up with those people until I was like 5. They gave my mom rules: get a house, get a job, we'll get you your daughter back. They fought tooth and nail to keep me, and she got me back. So, that's where my story began. And I won't say that, it wasn't challenging, because we kind of grew up together. So a lot of the things that she went through, I went through with her. And, sometimes it felt like she was trying to find herself, and with you being that young, of course you're trying to find yourself, you're trying to figure out who you are, but you started parenting so young, you didn't get the opportunity to do that. So challenges arise, and people come in, you haven't been taught certain things, and you're pretty much raising yourself and your kids, and you're doing the best you know how. So, the enemy comes in and tries to steal your joy. You meet different people that might not be good people. Yeah. And, other things happen along the lines of that. So, different people that are just not good people come in, and when they're not happy with themselves or they didn't have certain things, they'll take from you. So that's when we fall into like shelters and, being robbed, domestic violence, things of that sort. And even then, like, there was a time where I may have blamed my mom, but she was just doing what she knew how. Like, you love people, you give people chances, you sacrifice things. And I'm just glad that we got out of that. So,
yeah. Man, hold on. Let me give Mom some applause, man.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her.
That's for you, Mom. That's great. So with so many things, so what led you into entrepreneurship? Because you seem passionate about it. You call yourself a serial entrepreneur. So what led you into that, and what was your first entrepreneurial journey or business?
Well, I was 15 when I went to college in San Diego for crime scene investigations. That's when the CS,
You was 15?
I was 15 when the school sent me to San Diego State to take a crime scene investigation course. So that's when that wasn't necessarily entrepreneurship, but that's where I realized that I didn't want to settle for one thing. So I didn't end up pursuing that because it was a little too gory for me, and I wasn't really too keen on watching, children die or, decomposed bodies, things of that sort. But then after that is when I realized I really love the beauty industry and making people feel good about themselves. Like that was such a passion for me. So I knew cosmetology was going to be the route somewhere along the lines. And I started that my freshman year of high school. So by the time I graduated in 2007, I already was receiving my license for that. And the reason I didn't pursue college, because I was set to go to the Art Institute to actually work on fashion design. But I just knew that there was more things I could do in the beauty industry.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome. Crime scene, beauty, and then you own some other things. So give us the timeline of these businesses and how you started, just kind of the timeline.
Okay, so 2007, cosmetology. I'd say 2009 is when I got into photography, because everything I do goes along with whatever business I'm doing. They all tie into each other one way or another. So digital media, photography, I got into that. I managed 4 studios at one time when Picture Me Portraits was open. And then I started getting into the
What is that? What is that? That's a flag. That must be a flag. We was talking about the beginning of things. What was Picture Me?
Picture Me Portrait Studios was the studio they used to have in all the Walmarts.
Okay.
That was a long time ago, like 2009.
Okay.
So they don't do that anymore. But yeah, I was managing 4 studios at that time.
Where do you see? I mean, this is a side note. Where do you see photography going in the future? Because with AI, I mean, I see people now. I mean, people that even take pictures no more. They just making AI pictures now. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. However, AI does not give you realism. You can always find something flawed with AI photos. And I know because I play with them as well sometimes. But playing with it and understanding that they're flawed and they can't really give you realism is why I know that photography will still stand no matter what. People want those candid moments, those moments with their families that you can't get with AI.
Yeah, now they've been bringing old pictures back to life. People, old pictures of people that, your loved ones that's passed. They're actually bringing them back to life. And have you seen that as well?
I haven't. I think that's a beautiful thing. I'm not going to discredit it. I think that it's a good thing to still have it available, because there are things that we as photographers can't do, or they take more time. It's nice to still have those things. We can't always create certain images,
right?
But we can give you what's real.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right, you go. Keep going. That was a side note, because I was always wanted to ask a photographer that. I didn't want nobody to get offended, like I'm a photographer.
No, it's a great question. I actually see a lot of photographers posting about it, but it's a really great question. But because of me playing with it, I know that sometimes I come out with 6 fingers, and that's not real.
Ooh. So okay. Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so 2009 photography, and I did that for a while, as well as the cosmetology. And I would say I consistently did those things until 2019. That's when I opened my first cafe. It was called Dapper Cat Cafe in Anderson, Indiana. The goal was to create generational wealth for my daughters. So I helped them create their own business as an extension of us, which was the Dapper Kittens. And because I'm kind of a tomboy, it kind of fit the way I dress and my goal, because obviously a dapper person is typically a man that is, very fly and well kept.
Like
but I
22.
felt like,
You mean like
yeah.
22? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Here you go. Here
So
you go.
I had that, and then I want to say about 2021 is when we opened Wildfire Pizza
Jayla
Cafe.
said, "Love you, Mama. You're awesome."
Thank you, baby. So we opened Wildfire Pizza Cafe in the Muncie Mall. And Muncie Mall was kind of going downhill at the time, so it might have not been the best business choice. And then we were set to open another Dapper Cat Cafe in Newcastle. Yeah.
Okay.
But that didn't happen. I actually ended up getting really sick because that's when COVID had hit pretty hard. And I was down for 5 months and almost lost my life twice.
Oh, wow.
I'm still recovering from some of the health issues, but I am happy to say that I am good to go and I am not where I was. And I'm just thankful for my family stepping up at that time. I will say a lot of things did start going wrong when that happened, but it's all a part of the journey. So
yeah. 22, what you got?
I got a good question for you.
Yeah.
So I heard that you were a fashion designer at the event that was at the AMP recently. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so I am a fashion designer, artist, illustrator. I have been doing this probably since I was born, but I didn't really want to consider myself a designer because I'm an artist before anything. And that's with whatever job, whatever talent, whatever comes my way, it has to include art. I started my fashion journey about 3 years ago. I had recently got divorced and I needed something to fill my time in my head with positivity, and just to be able to release and do the things that I wasn't able to do while I was married. So, yeah, that was a very interesting journey. And I'm finally at the point where healing has taken place and I'm able to acknowledge and accept my accomplishments and that I'm able to do those things. So I would say for the first 2 years, I was completely numb. I was on tour, a fashion tour. It seemed like I had been to so many different states, but I couldn't really feel the enjoyment or the fact that I was actually doing what I was doing. I was living a dream that I had since I was a kid and that other people are watching me live, and I couldn't even enjoy it because I was just not myself.
So did you enjoy the event at the AMP? How did that event make you feel?
So that event was my first real production. And when I say I had less than a month to put all of that together, and I am so proud and excited for what Mike G allowed me to come in and do, along with Y2G Indy and T-Rail ENT. They gave me an opportunity to show who I was and that I could do things and I could include everybody who has been a part of my journey. And I did just that. When I say I was able to pull so many people in, and it was Black Friday, most people are still out of town for the holidays. So I don't even know how. That was nothing but God, seriously.
Yeah, I heard it was a very great event.
It was a great turnout. Everything was beautiful. You always have a little, few hiccups here and there, but it was nothing that stopped the show. And I can't believe how many people actually came out for that. Like, I'm extremely grateful.
Well, I appreciate your insight. Do you have anything it is that you would like to share with our viewers, like as far as listening to your story about overcoming and sticking true to your dreams? What advice would you give them?
Don't ever let your relationships, your love life, don't ever let those things prevent you from being who you are. Continue doing those and be with someone that's going to support your dreams as well as you support theirs. It should be a team effort. And just don't give up. Keep pushing. You might not see what's going to happen in the beginning, but what's meant for you is meant for you, and no one can take those gifts that God gave you. So I am extremely grateful for every lesson, every opportunity that I've encountered in my life, and I'm not scared to face that.
Words of
Awesome.
wisdom.
I had a little malfunction, y'all, but I'm back.
It's okay. We can see your camera on Pinky a little better. They already get off into some of these topics because I'm itching. I'm itching for that one topic, but we ain't gonna do that one right now. But y'all ready for some?
I'm kind of nervous about the Diddy topic only because y'all keep calling me Faith. Y'all, I don't know if I want any parts in that.
Yeah. You
gotta say no association.
No association.
No association.
Yeah.
Sorry, Faith. Love you, but I don't want no parts. No Diddy.
Hey, no Diddy. No Diddy. Before we jump into Diddy, though.
We have some people chiming in for you, too.
Oh, dang. You do. You got a lot of them over here. Let's go through them. She said, we're so proud. That's Jamaica Murphy. She said, we're so proud of you.
That's my sister.
Jennifer Jackson. She says, love you, baby girl. Your mom. Oh, there go moms. What's up, mom?
Hey, mama.
And this is Javay.
My niece.
She said she loves you. I love that they showing up for you. Hey, that's what it's really about. They showing up for you and they supporting you. So I know it's great when you go do things because they coming behind you.
Oh, absolutely.
No association of Diddy or Faith Evans.
No association.
We about to take off. So did y'all hear about this, man? I saw part of this. Ray J was arrested on suspicion of making threats. Now, this was probably about a week or so ago, but Ray J was actually streaming live, and he was with his ex-wife and their children there. His ex-wife, Princess, and their children were there, and she said that he ended up putting a gun out on her and things of that nature. And Ray J's side of the story is that she showed up and she had her boyfriend with her, and that he walked into the bedroom where his children were. So, of course, he pulled out a gun because he's going to protect his children. But then again, on the flip side of it, it was said that their mom told the boyfriend to get the children and so they can go home.
Ray J been off the chain lately. He stay off the chain. He been going off with everybody. Jay-Z, Beyonce. His baby mother, whoever, his wife, or whatever. He been going off.
I think Ray J is just striving for attention because right now he's out there with Shamar and Saucy Santana. Like since he's got, because they banned him from whatever streaming service he was on. So now he's been out there
Twitch.
with
I think it was Twitch.
Yeah, so now he's out there, cricket body Shamar and everybody be doing the dance about and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud that he's comfortable in his skin, but you literally see him just hopping from group of people to group of people to group of people.
Yeah, he's been loose. He's been loose for a while since I was young. Ray J's been loose for a while, but he thinks very highly of himself. So he's gonna get in where he fits in, and he still thinks that he's one of the best singers alive. So I don't expect anything less from him. Like he's been exactly who he's shown us from as long as I remember.
Hey, but you also know what's crazy about that? I kind of like playing devil's advocate with it, because on the flip side, Ray J makes most of his money and he makes it quietly. Ray J is making a lot of money. It has nothing to do with streaming and music, and he's so quiet about that. But it's like when it comes to being seen, he just I guess he's tired of being known as Brandy brother.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's been, when he comes out, he's a little loose. He gets busy, but yeah, a lot of people are quiet about their money because that's how you get, that's how you lose your money.
Yeah, you got a good point there. Yeah, you got it, man. Everybody, man. We got, who is that? Queen Five Nationwide.
Mom said, thank you for having my daughter. Thank you for having your daughter for us so that we can have her on this platform and learn about her story, and we can learn about your overcoming. Thank you. We also have a comment from Queen Vibe Nationwide. Jerrica is a woman that deserves everything. She wears her heart on her sleeve and loves all with professional firmness.
Thank you.
Oh, they also said that you need to be celebrated. You're adored, Queen.
Mm,
Hey,
okay.
yeah, you getting the love tonight. You getting the love tonight.
Right, they bringing roses in here.
I love it. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
So let's
So what
move to
else
our
we
next
got?
topic. Here we go. Our next topic right here. So I don't know if you all have seen. It was this clip that's floating around, and I don't know everybody's name all the time, but there was this clip going on this podcast, and Stacey Abrams clears the air on black men supporting black women. So there was this clip that was going around about this podcast that she happened to be on, and one of the people that were on the panel of the podcast, she started speaking on how black men did not support Kamala Harris, and she started to go in on it. And according to what she knows, that black men don't support her, and Stacey Abrams had to stop her and let her know that basically, from all the political facts that actually come in, one of Kamala Harris's largest supporters were men. She spoke up on how black men are actually supporting black women, and she wanted to dispel that truth before it got put out there on that broadcast.
Yeah. Did you see that?
I have not seen that. I can't really touch on certain subjects because I'm in my winter skin. So
She got some information on that one subject that we gonna get to.
but I will say there are a lot of men that support women. But what I'm hearing lately is that they don't feel supported.
Yeah, I do understand that. Not to dive into something that's sidebar, but that is very important out here. And part of what we do here with CONVO with CINO is to celebrate everybody, and we want to make sure that we do support everybody because we're here for collaboration, not competition. But that is a major conversation that's going on, and we aiming to do something about it because that's not a good feeling to have on either side of the fence. Because how is it that one side of the genders are saying that the other don't support them, the other saying the same thing? That means somewhere in there we're just miscommunicating on support.
Absolutely. I definitely think there needs to be more sit downs and conversations. Obviously, we need some mediators because there's a lot of things that have happened on both sides, but I definitely think more conversations need to be had.
Shameless plugger. We have Sexual Intercourse, the podcast and panel discussion coming up so that we can mediate these things that are going on out here. That's exactly what it's about.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of, as far as propaganda, a lot of stereotype, a lot of narratives that are made with, that black men, don't support black women or even vice versa. I mean, these things could go either way, but we just have to be careful, man, not to buy into what's out there because all I know is good black men, good black fathers. Good, that's what that's what attracts. That's what I am. So that's what I attract. If that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
So there are some bad ones, but it's like with anything, the bad is going to always get more more blow up than the good. You
Right.
can have one bad incident. You can go to the best restaurant and it's great, but you have one bad incident, it's gonna fly out like, oh, don't go there no more. You have one bad situation, and so you just have to be careful with that, man. I thought what's her name? The lady. I thought she really checked the woman
Yeah.
about that. Abrams, Miss Abrams. I thought she really checked her, very professional with facts. With facts, she checked her, and I like that. So
Yeah, because
that's
if
why
you
that topic is
saw the
brought.
clip, when she said that all the other women faced, when the one woman said that they weren't supporting Kamala Harris and it was the black man against the black woman, everybody faced like just went in shock and they looked at Stacey and Stacey just she positively went into what was going on. It wasn't like she didn't slander her or anything like that. She just basically gave her the facts.
Yeah, and who's to say that people don't even call? Who's to say that they don't even have plants? People call in to, hey, call in and say this or say that, or put these narratives out there that, you know, we don't support each other, which we really do. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
right. Because this has nothing to do with it, but it got a lot to do with it. Have y'all heard about the you saying that the plants and people to say this? So the other day, Trump said that black people are some of his best supporters. Like black people, they vote for him because they know what a scam is. They can see a scam coming because they've been scammed. So black people
I seen that, bro. I seen that. I seen that. He says the craziest stuff out his mouth, man. This dude.
He says a lot of crazy stuff, but in the same token, it's like before he made office, he told us who the dumbest people were. He literally told us who was going to be his biggest supporter and what was going to happen. And they are. So I think he knows we see through it.
right
Knows we're smarter. So in a sense, he's like, they might not support me physically, but they know where I'm getting to.
Hey, right, because regardless of who you are, and this is something that I have learned through life, people will support your truth, whether they like you or not, whether they know you or not. They will support you because I'd rather you tell me that you don't like me, and we have some type of relationship off of me knowing you don't like me, and we interact when we have to, versus you act like we cool, but behind my back you biting. Hey, but
that's just people though. That's just people, period, man. People switch up, man. Honestly, I'm sure, Jerrica, you've had people that just you've been through a lot. You know, you're an overcomer, so I'm sure you've had people that come in your life and just that are users.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether it's blatantly or indirectly, you know.
Absolutely.
Hey, look, I was laughing because people switch up on you. And with people switching up on you, this is the type of stuff that happened. Former turkey leg cut owner Lynn Price's co-defendant pleads guilty and implicates him. So he had his turkey leg cut burned down for insurance purposes, and the person that he had do it directly let them know that, yeah, I did it. He told me to do it so we can get the insurance money. Hey, that's that. The truth wasn't it, because I'm quite sure when they talked about it, he was like, yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing either. But when you deal with people that aren't truthful, these are the type of situations you end up in, though.
Have you had that? Have you been to what is it? It's in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys been there?
No, I haven't been to that one. I've had the knockoff turkey leg cut in a couple places. It wasn't all that good to me. I'm just saying.
I mean, they had people lined around the corner. I mean, they had it going on. But from what I hear, the husband and wife, I hate when businesses dissolve because of relationships. You know, whether it's a friendship, whether the partnership just don't get along, and they have to dissolve that business. Man, that's sad. A
That's
successful
exactly
business?
what happened to me, and I was like, why can't we keep the business going? So I definitely understand that, because it was never about us. It's about the people that come after us and our children. So
what was the thinking in that? Like, what was, you said you wanted to keep it, but the other person didn't want to keep. They just wanted to get away from you, or what?
I wanted to
Hurt
keep
you, or what?
Yeah, it was out of spite. Absolutely. Yeah, it was definitely out of spite, just for me to not have what I rightfully worked for. And still to this day, I'm still fighting to get my belongings, as far as that goes, so that I could start it back up.
Well, at least he didn't burn it down. I mean, this man he burnt the place down. I mean, ain't nobody gonna have it. I mean,
at least he didn't burn the place down. That's crazy. That's really crazy, man. But yeah, at least he didn't burn the place down, because that man, just, it's a lot of stuff where we got to get into the maturity of. Sometimes you just got to walk away. Sometimes you just got to let stuff be what it is. Sometimes that stuff you think you losing is really a gain, because you're making more room in your treasure chest for a jewel that was bigger than what you had, and you just didn't know it.
That's true, because no one can take my experience or my knowledge. And honestly, now that that's done, I'm more so on the verge of teaching other people how to start and open their own. So I've been doing that on the side as well, helping people get their cafes and restaurants off the ground. And that's, no one can take your experience and your knowledge, and I'm grateful for that.
You know, it's funny. It's a trending video going around from Rick Ross, and the topic is, you know, niggas won't help you even if it helps them. In other words, they even if it helps, it's like, you know, 22 and now we've been doing this going on. January would be a whole year.
Whole year.
You know, but so you won't help me when I offered him or you know presented this to him to partner up with me with this. You know, he could have been like, if he was a hater, he just because he don't want to see me come up. No, I'm not gonna do it, even though it helps him too.
They don't look at it like that. It's a why you, why not me? How did you pass me up? Why do you deserve this and I don't? Instead of I'm doing this for us, like sometimes you have knowledge and experience that person may not have. So I'm bringing you in so I could share this with you. And they can't get past the why you, why not me to join in on the gifts that are going to come from that.
Hey, but that's because they feel insufficient. They feel insufficient about themselves. Because in partnerships, and when I say in partnerships, in everything you do with somebody else, you are supposed to be your own leader. So just like if I was to come out with you and help you do something with a fashion show, that's your baby. That's what you leading. That's why it's you and it's not me. If I have you come out to do something with me, that's why it's me and not you. And within those things, when people are genuinely about success and helping other people be successful, and that's what's in them, because they know what it feels like to want that success, that's the only time that you actually get to a place where it's not all about the big eyes. Because when you really rotate and you collaborate, everybody is relevant in what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Everybody finds their own space in it. Not that they have to try and force their way, not that you have to come looking for a space, but man, the supporting cast member, it's people out there that have Grammys and whatever it is. They're highly recognized as actor for being a supporting cast member, and at some point in time, that made them be the main character.
That's true. And you asked me about the amp, and I absolutely experienced that, putting that production on, because people in the fashion industry, they don't know my background. When I go and do a designing job, I don't talk about what I did before. I'm here for a specific reason. And when they saw me do that, it made them question things. Well, why'd you get that gig? That's a large facility. Like, how'd you get that? And I couldn't do it. I heard a lot of stuff, and I was really disappointed because I really wanted these people to go on this ride with me. But just because it said presented by Jerrica Nicole, it was an issue.
Hey, it's like that sometimes, man. We getting close to the end, man. I want to get to this topic, this last topic. We almost run out of time.
Drum roll, please.
So we're finally here.
You heard about
50 Cent releases Diddy documentary, Sean Combs The Reckoning, on Netflix. Now, Jerrica, I don't know if you watched this. CINO, you told me you did watch it.
I have watched it incomplete.
Hey, the craziest part for it to me, and I know that it's about Diddy, you know, I get that, but the craziest part about it to me is really how a lot of people are trying to paint him as a monster. Y'all worse than my man said. I used to go to sleep and wake up. Sometimes I'd be in the bed full of women. Sometimes I wake up and Diddy would be in the bed and I'd be sore. I said, what? Hold on, what?
Yeah, it made me sick. I had to take a 2-day break. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was absolutely disgusting, and I was angry at everyone. I said, y'all came on here thinking you made Diddy look bad, but you made yourselves look bad. You all need to be in jail because you all were a part of the problem.
Right. You made yourself look bad. He said that man 30 voicemails in 10 minutes. He said, I know your name, Lil Rod, but I'm going to call you Lil Leon. I love seeing you with your little hats on, laughing, making me smile. Don't mess up the way I see you.
The worst one though, it was his assistant. Like that lady, she sat there and cried because she got fired. She still doesn't take any accountability.
Which one? You talk Capricorn? Was it Capricorn?
Capricorn, yeah.
Okay,
She
gotcha.
she has taken no accountability for anything. You sat there and watched all of that stuff.
All of that stuff.
Instead of calling the police when you supposedly got kidnapped, you called Cassie.
Right. And then it was the other guy that was his I forgot what he was to him, but he said it close to the end that that he was like, man, I protected Diddy through a lot of things and I kept him safe from this and safe from that.
Oh yeah, that
And
was
then,
the founder. That was one of the founders, a bad boy.
No,
yeah.
not the founder. It was the other dude because it wasn't the founder. It was the other. It was another dude. He was like,
Okay.
and yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He was like, and Diddy essayed me. He would do sexually inappropriate things. Like, you mean I just don't get it. Like, and this is where I really feel about a lot of this stuff. I know that there are victims out there. I'm not taking anything from anybody, but especially when your motivation is success, I'm not even gonna say money, because the money came with it. But a lot of them, they were with Diddy for the success that is they were going to get, the success that came with their name. When you're a grown man, that you're letting another man, you know what I'm saying, impose himself on you like this, and you protected him, and after everything has gone dry, now you got something to say about him sexually assaulting you as a man.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing too. You said something key because, like the girl Bab said, she said the lawyer told her this contract. He said you had 24 hours to sign it. The lawyer told her the contract, in this contract, you'll get famous, but you're not gonna get rich. You're not gonna make no money. He gonna get the money. You gonna. She said, I don't care. It's bad boy. I'ma sign anyway.
Yeah.
So these people know what they get.
Yeah,
knew what they
all
were getting
signed
into.
very similar contracts. Like
Yeah.
it was always set up against them. And none of them got paid for anything. And you guys did this for years.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, like, now I am gonna say this just from a moral standpoint for me. I am happy that things went the way that they did go for him. I truly am, because us being adults, and I know a lot of people say with Stockholm syndrome, where you love your abuser, you know what I'm saying, you become infatuated with them and stuff like that. I get that. I definitely understand that. It is real. But collectively, as a group of people, they were together protecting the interests of Diddy for their own personal reasons. It had nothing to do with anything other than what they can benefit. Nothing. So, you know, when you create a world for someone, it's just like being in a relationship. When you create a world for someone where it's okay for them to not show up, when it's okay for them to be disrespectful, when it's okay for them to cheat, in that world that they're in with you, there's nothing that they're doing wrong. This is what you've shown them that they can do. This is the space that you've allowed them, that it's okay. Hey, you do it, I'm gonna make sure that it's okay. And
why Diddy doesn't see an issue, why he can't believe everyone's turned on him, because they let it go on for so long. It wasn't an issue then, but now that I'm locked up, it's an issue now.
It's normal for him. It's normal for him to manipulate people by power. By his power. That's why that's why you have power. Well, that's why he has power.
Yeah. It was normal for them too. They stayed and went along with it, and they didn't even come out until they got fired.
Right. Hey, so this is the number one thing that nobody is saying, right? Birds of a feather flock together. So understand, with these people understanding that they were going to get success as far as fame and being known and stuff like that, a lot of them said that they were learning from Diddy. They were basically under his tutelage. So those same tactics he used, I'm quite sure they carried those tactics out on other people.
Which is why they all need to go to jail.
Yeah. Well, look at his kids. Look how he was grooming his kids right there with him to do the same thing.
Yeah.
That the one the one that's really out there that looked like him, I know he looked crazy. Not Justin, but the one King Combs.
Yeah, King Combs.
King Combs. He looked like a chip off the old block. For real.
Yeah, it's sad for the twin girls because I watched something where he has them so brainwashed that they feel like they have to do whatever he says. If he tells them, I only want you wearing white nail polish, that's what they go with. They won't switch it up, and it's crazy.
Hey, that's that mind control, man. Hey, y'all know I gotta get out of here because I gotta get to this prayer call, man. Prayer call. Every night at 9 o'clock, gotta get to prayer call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna keep it going. I'll close out, bro. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right, man. Peace. Appreciate you for being on. Hope to see you.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So what do you think about the 50 Cent? I mean, about the whole 50 Cent feud with Diddy? Do you think it's real beef or just about money?
Oh, I definitely think it's real beef now. But I mean, of course, not Diddy, 50 Cent is going to make money from this. But I think that his reason for doing it is absolutely good. Oh, I think his screen went out.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I think his reasoning for wanting to do it is valid, and regardless if money comes with it, I don't think that was the initial reason. There's just some really messed up people in the world, and I'm glad that he has exposed it. And I know a lot of people make it about color, not standing up for why are we outing another Black brother? Why aren't we sticking together? But it's not about color. It's about there just being messed up people in the world and having a whole team following him. Like, these people are out on the streets doing stuff every day. Our kids run into these folks. Like, this can happen to any of our kids.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm glad that he came out about it. I'm just a little skeptical of the people that are coming out and speaking, because you all look like a fool. You all are guilty. And I feel like they all need to be in prison.
Yeah. I mean, but isn't that that's a lot of situations. It's not just Diddy. I mean, a lot of people stay in messed up situations. You know, whether it's relationship, whether it's, not take Diddy out of it. People stay in stuff for 20 years, and
I know all about brainwashing, and things like that. I dated a rapper before, and when I say it had me completely jacked up, my mama had to come save me. So I definitely know, and people will put you in a fearful place where you're terrified for your family and what they're going to do. They say very manipulative things, and you're like, I'm going to sacrifice so that no one else gets hurt. So I could see that being an issue as well.
So what advice would you give somebody that's in that situation where you want to leave, but you're fearful, you can't, or this person is taking care of you, where it's a financial thing? What advice would you give to somebody that wants to leave?
Just do it, because the end result is way worse than what you're dealing with right now. Like, it can end in death, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even you. It could be your family member or your kids. People do crazy stuff when they want what they want out of you.
Yeah.
So you just got to leave, because ultimately it's not about you anymore.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think it's the entrepreneur, because as entrepreneurs, we the type of we just do stuff. When we have a vision, we make it happen. We make things happen. And so if that vision is to leave, if that vision is to stay, we're gonna execute. And I think that's what it's about: execution on what you have, what's on your mind, and what you're thinking about. So I think there's a correlation between staying in something. Like you say, you dissolve businesses, you had businesses, ADHD, you're ADHD entrepreneur, or serial entrepreneur. So you're able to stop this and do this and come back to this. You see what I'm saying? You're able to, really make those moves. So
You have to keep going. You have to keep learning. And like I said, I'm just grateful for this opportunity to even be able to speak about these things and hopefully give somebody, you know, hope and inspiration to keep following your dreams. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful. And
Well, faith, fashion, and fight. So what do you got going on? Tell us where we can find you at, you know, where we can follow you at, and tell us anything you got going on, anything you want to promote.
yes, so you can follow me on Facebook at Jerrica Nicole, Instagram, Jerrica_Nicole, as well as my fashion page, apart UPART_collection. That's where you'll typically find all of my fashion events. I am currently in the process of finishing my website for that as well, and I am working on the Apart Collective, where I connect with different businesses and people in the community to gather. I want to support brands, so I want to collect shirts and different items to kind of push out to the homeless people and the people in shelters and uh, foster homes. That way, our fashion is not just hitting people with money, we're actually reaching people who need it. So that's something I'm working on. I'm looking for sponsors for that, people who want to donate shirts with their brand name and things so that we can push that out. And I'm also working on classes for underprivileged children to learn, you know, entrepreneurship, photography, fashion design, and other things along those lines. So I will be pushing information out about that to get sponsors that want to support those classes. And again, I hope everybody just looks me up, finds me if you have questions, if you need advice, or you want me to connect with you. I am happy to do that.
Man, well, you have definitely, you know, been a breath of fresh air. You know, just sharing your story. We appreciate you for being on, and congratulations on, you know, just being a serial entrepreneur and just being an overcomer. You know, I really think that's a really powerful, because a lot of people we all have stuff going on, and we don't want to admit it. You know, and so you to be open like this, I really appreciate it. I'm sure everybody, as you see in the comments, they all you got a lot of love around you, so a lot of support. So congratulations on everything. Thanks for being a guest on Convo with CINO. Let me pay one bill before we get out of here. Hold on, before we go, we got the December credit special, the credit makeover, $2.99, guys. I'm telling you, I got the best deal on the planet right now. So get with me. It's a special. It's normally $3.99. But right now, this month is $2.99. Just 3 simple steps, you know, to get started. In 90 days, I'll have you right. Okay, so make sure you get with me. The December credit makeover special, and of course, thank you guys again for subscribing. Make sure to keep liking and subscribing. We want to shoot for 1K now. We looking for that K, you know, and then you know, 2K and 3K and 100K, you know, and then we going for the M. All right. So appreciate y'all for locking in with Convo with CINO each and every week. And so yeah, man, it's been real. Any last words before we leave?
No, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone watching. Hopefully, we can do this again sometime. And you all have a good night.
Absolutely, absolutely. So look, y'all been tuned in to another episode, another Wednesday night of Convo with CINO. It's your man Corey Williams, special guest Jerrica Nicole, and of course, shout out to the program enhancement coordinator 22, my co-host. We'll see y'all next week with another hot show. We out. All right.